this feeling, this idea that we can gloss over things. And one of the things I will say is that for me, is the last 2.5 years, actually it might be, I think it's 3 years now, holy buckets. 3 years, I have been receiving messages in a constant refrain. Imagine like this, just like a drum beat in the messages that I get from the entities that I am working with. And it's get used to being uncomfortable. Discomfort. I remember 3 years ago, it was in July, it was in June. I had a message that came through from Lord Melchizedek. And I remember it so clearly because it was like, whoa, what? It was so shocking to my system. And he said, discomfort used to be the red flag. You need to get to the point where comfort becomes the red flag. And I think this is what he's speaking of, is what we are experiencing is like our comfort, our way that we've settled, the way that we come to that sense of ease. And like, I don't have to think about it. I don't have to be fully aware, do I? I don't really have to extend my energy that far, do I? I don't need to bother myself with what's happening in that country, do I? Right? Those things that we're in this edginess, that if we did expand ourselves, if we did open ourselves, the idea is that that's too much pain, it's too much anguish, it's too much sorrow, too much despair for us. I mean, how many of you have thought that? Like, opening myself up means that I will be overwhelmed with pain, agony, sorrow, etc. I'm wondering, and I'm not asking you to call yourselves out, but in our in our empathic abilities, the many, many, many of the women that I work with have empathic abilities, are sensitive, that we have decided, many, that the best thing to do is to manage our sensitivities. So we do not engage. What we do is we build barriers, boundaries, edges, stories that keep us kind of in this idea of a safety bubble. And yet my guess is that you still feel it. You're still keenly aware of the pain and the sorrow. But the idea, the story that I can't handle this, or this is too much for me, creates this energetic misalignment. And so today I was writing this thing the other day about what are some of the ways that we can really be in alignment in the vibration of abundance. And I wrote this tool. You guys, if you want, go out to my website. Right now there's a pop-up. If you're not on my mailing list, do this anyway. There's a pop-up, www.neaclare.com. I get nothing for this. It's free. So in case you want to see what this looks like. But go out and check this out. You'll get a free download. And I have 4 steps to living abundantly right here, right now. And one of the steps is asking a different question, right? How do we open ourselves up to be willing to ask a different question? So sometimes we live by assumptions. We live by the stories that others have told us and that we've told ourselves. One of the stories that I hear often is that I can't handle it. I'm too sensitive. I can't open myself up that much. It's one of the stories I hear. I don't know if it's true or not because I am not the person saying it. But I wonder if we believe in an infinite universe, if we believe that we are collectively coming to oneness. How then, if we are coming into oneness, and that is our deepest desire to come into this collective consciousness, will we bear it then? And so I wonder if we ask a curious question, if we ask a question like, what what can I do now to, what is available to me now to be able to open myself up more? What are ideas and thoughts and technologies and approaches that would allow me to know who I am and remain open, right? And so as we think about that, that's a very different question than just simply assuming this is as good as it can get. And one of the things, as you guys know, I mean, like this particular meditation, this particular practice that we have, that we're doing every day, actually opens us up, actually allows us to align our vibration, the vibration of our being, our vessel, our wholeness, to that which is good, that which is God, that which is holy. And so that vibration is resonant with all the things that are good and holy. And that is what we are inviting into our being, right? That's what we are allowing in. And then we are also in the law of resonance that our vibration raises the vibration of the things around us, the people around us. Those who are struggling, we are raising their vibration. We are helping to do this just by being resonant, just by being open. But if we're resonant and closed, we're doing no service. If we are unwilling to experience that which is other because we are afraid or we are uncertain of what the pain will be, the depths of it, we are closing ourselves off to ourselves. Yesterday I said it's like deciding we're going to ascend but happy to do it without legs. It's okay that that part of us, that part of the oneness doesn't do it. They don't make it. They're not included. They didn't get it, right? And so how can we come into that vibration of oneness? Hello everybody. Hi Melissa. Hi Joe. Hi Kelly. How do we come into that vibration of oneness when we are unwilling to even be open to what is in this now moment? So what is it in us that is open to another way, another question, another possibility? Angeline, hello. How do we open ourselves to ask a more powerful question? If we believe ourselves, how many of you are sensitive? I mean, how many? I'm not picking on you, but how many of you have decided that that means I can't be fully in the world that I live in? I can't be in that level of connection. So so what I would say is that's a story. And if you are created in and of God, if you are about that, if you are part of the whole, in this vast expanse of infinite possibility, there has to be a way. The question is, are you willing to ask the question, what are some ways I haven't thought of yet? What's something new that is emerging in my vessel? How can I practice this meditation, this practice that we're doing, in a way that I am willing to expand my attention, my awareness, my energetic field to all of humanity? There are many spiritual teachers who've called out to our spiritual communities, and it hasn't been recent, because I will tell you, there has been a real mode of selfishness designed and guised as spirituality. What's in it for me? How do I get mine? And spirituality is about our connection, is about remaining open, is about extending ourselves beyond what we believe what we can be. It is an opening to what is greater than ourself, in my humble opinion. But selfishness doesn't get us anywhere. Only looking at our own world doesn't get us anywhere. It gets us more of something, stuff. But if we're not in this connection, if we are not opening, if we're not willing to feel the pain of our brothers and sisters, if we're not willing to share in the joy and the pain, we're missing something. We're missing this this profound awakening that we have been longing for. And when I say longing for, I know because I've talked with many of you. How many of you are ready? I'm ready to awaken. Look left, look right. Who are you helping with this? Who are you breathing with? Who comes to mind? Who are you breathing abundance for? Who are you feeling and knowing and connecting to? I'm not saying you have to get political. I mean, you can. But being open doesn't have to be political. Being open is honoring all of our brothers and sisters as we want to be honored, to see them as we so desperately need to be seen, to listen as we need to be heard, and to check ourselves as we wish all these people in our lives would check themselves. What in me needs to be right? What in me needs to feel secure? What in me is afraid to extend myself? That is the invitation. Aurora, I had a similar conversation with Jennifer last night in the fact that there's so few people willing to work together and want to take advantage of others. Those of us who truly love and are there for everyone seems like we get walked all over because most don't want to see the light and work together. And here's what I'll say, Aurora. Within that are some beliefs that are keeping you from trusting in what is bigger, what is more expanded, and it's creating this us and them. And the truth is that there are people who just have learned to be selfish, that I'll take care of mine, there's nothing in it for me to share. And those of us who are growing and wanting to expand, there's the idea that I can't do this because I don't have enough time, money, energy, support. Right now, today, in the next 40 minutes, we are going to be doing this exercise, this practice that is true technology to help you connect to the infinite, all of us, to help to connect with this energy of abundance. So, Aurora, let's just take that idea of asking a different question. I'm picking on you because you wrote so damn much. So, I'm sorry, I'm picking on you too much. Just know I just love that you wrote this. But instead of making these statements as to how things are, ask a different question, which is, what is the way that I can serve that is joyous for me and extending to others, allows for greater abundance? How do I do this? What is available to me? If it's about money, where is money available that I am not yet seeing? What action am I reluctant to taking? Right? And when we start to ask these different questions, what happens is we start to get different answers. Because as I've talked about, the law of supply, it's a universal law. And we all know the universal law of of attraction. Well, if you don't understand the universal law of supply before you start to work with the universal law of attraction, you are always going to fall short and you're always going to struggle with it because it's a mental game. The universal law of supply says there is nothing that you can ask for that will not have a response, that there will not be something coming to you. Ask and you shall receive. So ask and trust that it will come. Trust it may not be like, I need a pen, right? So think, I need something to write with and see if that doesn't show up. I need $5,000 by the end of the month. I need ways to generate $5,000 by the end of the month, right? Ideas will start to flow in. People will show up in your life. Answers will start to come. We are going to work with that field. And this is part of the series courses that I'm doing, and I'll talk more about that at the end of the meditation. But this is part of those series, is how do we take this practice that we're learning that is already opening us up, but to actually get in there and use the energy, the vibration, the alignment, the acclimation to this energy in a way that we are, as some people would say, we are taking that fifth dimensional awareness and bringing it into our everyday third dimensional lives. How do we bridge this? How do we bring this into the now? It is entirely real and possible. And if this is what you want, this is what's available. Now the question is, can you open yourself to the meditation? Can you open yourself to experience that abundance, not just in the meditation, but taking it with you as true and real? Taking it through your day and say, I know that this is true because I felt it in my bones. I felt it in my awareness. I felt it in my energy field. Show me, Spirit, show me, highest self, how to access this in my now experience when I'm feeling overwhelmed, when I'm feeling doubtful, when I'm feeling afraid. That's what we're moving into. And it's powerful stuff and it's joyful stuff. Yes, we reap what we sow. And that's true, right? And that always sounds like such a wah, 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 but it's, what are we growing? Right? What are we growing? What are we inviting in? Are we inviting in inspiration, or are we inviting in the same old, same old? I think we reap what we sow is hopeful and hope giving to our being, because we can always plant new seeds. As Mary Morrissey says, I love this, is thoughts and mind produce after their kind, which is the same as saying, if you are planting apple seeds, don't expect pears to grow. Apple seeds will get apple seeds. Pear seeds, if that's what you want, plant pear seeds. Be conscious. Tend to your garden, tend to your thoughts, tend to what is growing. And that is what we're moving to. It's exciting. I mean, it is exciting. It's exciting that we have this capacity. And thank you, Melissa, for sharing that. And hello, Shalena. I just saw that I was flipping through. Somehow I missed you. Hello, hello. Hello, Carol. Hi, Cindy. Are we all ready to do this? I should say we started 25 after now. I just keep taking 5 minutes away. I gotta talk. All right. I love you guys. All right. And remind me at the end, I've got a couple of announcements. All right. Let's go ahead and this is what I do. I told you I'm like my internal Etch-a-Sketch. I just clear my energy this way. I'm like, So take a couple of deep breaths. Just clearing. Because it's so easy to be mental right now, right? To be in our mental body. Let's just relax. There we are. Doesn't that feel better? Just allow ourselves to breathe in calmly. We breathe in and come to this now moment, breathing in light, love, and appreciation for this beautiful body that carries us. We breathe in and we feel our breath received by every cell. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We relax as we exhale, breathing in. So appreciative, feeling the love for our body, the love for its wisdom to breathe, to nourish us, to give us function. Our body is the vessel that carries us through time and space in this lifetime and other lifetimes. It's our home. And we breathe and we feel that love and gratitude wash over and through us as we relax and come to this now moment. Our mind quieting, our emotions settling down. And we come to breathe behind our thoughts and emotions. Just feeling our breath, pulling our awareness in behind all of the noise of our mind, all of the noise and chatter of our emotions, until we find that beautiful, quiet place within, familiar, comfortable. Perhaps it feels like falling into a beautiful pile of feathers or a giant puffy beanbag or a cloud. We just relax, bringing our full awareness to this experience of being, of our consciousness, of our beingness. And we breathe and feel our body relaxing as we breathe. We bring our awareness, our consciousness to our body, to our cells. Every part of our body working harmoniously, every cell in its function. Heart cells knowing to be heart cells, keeping the rhythm and the beat of the heart, pumping blood through our body, carrying nourishment and oxygen to all the cells, and carrying away all of the waste, all that is no longer needed. We feel that rhythm in the beat, that every cell knows exactly what to do to create this function, to allow the heart to do its job. And our lungs breathing, every cell, the many different kinds of cells within our lungs, all working together in coordination to welcome in oxygen, to allow the oxygen to flow into the blood, to receive the carbon dioxide, the waste, and release it in the exhale. Our body is miraculous and divine, everything working in perfect order, because every cell knows its function. And it's in the function that the cell surrenders to work in harmony for the highest good of the organ, for the highest good of the body, for the highest good of the being that inhabits the body. And we are grateful. The mind quietly sending signals throughout the body, to the heart to beat, the lungs to breathe, the stomach to digest, the spleen to filter, everything working, everything functioning, even the muscles that hold us in our comfortable position know what to do, and we don't have to think. Hold, stretch, extend. Our body is a divine organism, working harmoniously in its divine function. And we bear witness to how divine we are. And we breathe and we thank and appreciate this body, every cell, feeling the energy of appreciation wash over and through. Healing old stories, traumas, beliefs, allowing the light of love and abundance and appreciation to wash over and through us. And from here we extend our awareness outward to our energy field that extends a foot to 2 feet around in all directions of our body. This energy field is now more aware, more apparent to our knowing. What was once an idea, a construct, we feel and experience the rhythm, the flow of this energy in and around us. It has always been a part of our vessel, always been a part of who we are. And we feel our awareness of self extend beyond our skin as we breathe, breathing our consciousness fully into the whole of our vessel. Our energy field is our first connection with other, with the world around us, the people, the plants, life. We feel it here, we experience it energetically, like a ripple as it moves into our awareness until we know it with our senses. Our energy field is flexible and open, porous and vibrant in the vibration of that which is good, that which is God, that which is holy. We breathe and we feel this vibration move in and through our vessel. And it is in this resonance that we trust that we may remain open, open to life, open to experience, open to nature, and open to the consciousness of humanity. We may experience it fully and also know that it is not ours. We allow this vibration, this resonance of our highest good to align these energies, that we may experience from a state of wholeness, from a state of our divine knowing, our divine function. And we breathe, feeling how open and resonant we are. Bringing our attention beneath our feet to the connection point with our energy field. We see and experience a cord, our tether to the mother, to earth, to our home, where we belong. It is like an umbilical cord that nourishes us. And it is through this cord that we receive her love, the experience, our place, our belonging, this energy that is warm and thick, red, moving in to our energy field, moving in and between all of the molecules that we are, moving up into the entirety of our field, into the entirety of our physical form. The gentle tug of gravity on every cell of our being, reminding us that we are home, that we are a part of the Mother, that she loves and nourishes us. She is ours and we are hers. And we feel her love rise up in our consciousness. And we breathe, feeling this love extend to every part of our being and resonate outward in the consciousness of humanity. We feel this love, this connection to home that she gives us home. And it is from this clarity and this sense of place that we may open more, that we may open our vessel as we raise our attention above our head to our connection with the quantum field. We are open, our whole vessel open like a tulip, open to receive the light, the love, the connection to the field of infinite possibility, that which is beyond our understanding, flowing easily and readily into our vessel, Like a waterfall of crystalline white light, it flows in, and we breathe. In every breath, we expand in our capacity to receive. It is refreshing to our vessel, refreshing to our consciousness, refreshing to our physical form. Like peppermint, we breathe and we expand. Every part of us growing in our capacity to receive and vibrate in the resonance of abundance as we experience this love, this creative force, the Christ consciousness moving in and through our vessel. We open and we acclimate. With every breath, we expand. And in our openness, we feel the collective consciousness of humanity. We are connected to all of our brothers and sisters. We are open, we are willing, and we are resonant with all. As we breathe with the collective. And as we breathe, we are breathed by the Christ consciousness, the all that is. We feel the rhythm of the breath moving in through us, pulling and releasing. We feel this rhythm. And we relax into this knowing that we are a part of this consciousness, this divine force of creation and love that is infinite. It breathes us. And as we are breathed, we feel a relaxation of the self, of our knowing of who we are. We let go and surrender. Surrendering to the rhythm, the experience of being breathed. When we breathe, we experience our wholeness, our godliness, our oneness with all of life, all of nature. Every breath we are expanding in our capacity for love, aligning to our function, our vibration of creative. And we are surrendering our need to understand, our dependence on the limitations of our mental and emotional bodies as we open to this expanded awareness and experience. And we breathe as we acclimate to this expansion. It is in this state of being, this experience of being, that we experience our power rising in our vessel, awakening, stirring, growing in the core of us, radiating outward in our bones and sinews and muscles and energy. We feel this growing awareness of power that is inherent in our being. It is not something that is given or can be taken. It is awakened and it is who we are. And in this power, we are also awakened to the vibration that moves in this vessel, in and through our body, the vibration of truth, that we may come to know this vibration, that we may seek it in all concerns. We feel it move in and through us, waves of truth, awareness, and power, moving through every cell of our being, radiating light and experience into the consciousness of humanity, that they may awaken to their inherent power and truth. And we breathe. Our entire vessel opening to its wisdom, to its power, and to the divine love that is our creative force, awakening our function, the function of humans and humanity, to create, to use inspiration, and to create that which has never been. This is the function of humanity. Feeling within your vessel now, your blueprint awakening. It is lit up. You feel the creative force awakening in your vessel. And it is shaped now in the energy and vibration of harmony. As this energy flows to and through you, breathe and allow it to wash in and through every cell of your being, in and between every molecule and subatomic particle. Let it resonate and awaken and enliven the harmony within your being, that it may shape your thoughts, your emotions, your creativity, your way of being in the world, dear ones. Feeling this wash through you, and feel the lightness in your vessel. Your power is strengthened, not diminished. Your sense of truth is alive and vibrant more than it was before. And your ability to feel and experience open-heartedly all that is. You are now open to this and capable of this. And you breathe. And as you open to the consciousness of humanity, for brothers and sisters, those who are known and unknown to you, the children, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers, aunts, uncles, elders. Feel them, extend your awareness outward and feel all of humanity. And breathe with them. See their faces, feel their energy. Breathe light, breathe love, that they may experience this in their own willingness to breathe. Their pain, their struggles, their fears, their stories. Allow your breath, allow your wholeness, your holiness to bring your attention beyond the facades that are there. And breathe into their holiness. Breathe with them. It is human nature to want to be seen, to want to be valued, to be honored. Allow your breath to be the gift of all of this. And we breathe. Your capacity growing with every breath. Your capacity in your power, your strength, your knowing, your wisdom that is vibrant in your vessel. You are here. You are feeling and experiencing all of this. And you are whole and holy. Breathe and allow this awareness to acclimate in your consciousness, to acclimate in your mind and your emotions. Let it be known that I am strong. Let it be known in your vessel that you know who you are. And breathe. We breathe and we open. And it is our gift to the world to remain open, to continue to breathe. And as we breathe, we are refreshed, we are renewed, we are awake, we are open and willing, we are enlivened, and we are enlightened. Our bodies, our consciousness in harmonic alignment with the oneness of humanity, with the holiness of our spirit, of our vessel. We breathe in, and we know that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I I am, that I am, allowing these words to resonate in your vessel. I am, I am, I am. What more do you need to know, beloved souls? What more do you need to experience? If there is no limit in love or possibility, why is it you experience and choose to continue to believe in limitation? Limitations are born in language, in conveying of your ideas, of your perspectives, and in holding these things, in making them, in speaking them, in conveying them. You can do so as though you are building something in brick, something solid that must require form to uphold, or you may allow them to be until they are no more. To allow yourselves flexibility, to be open and malleable, to have flexibility. This opens you to the field of possibility. It opens you to be willing to believe in that which is greater than you. Where are you feeling bound by the rules, bound by limitations? How can this be true when you are also experiencing that which is limitless, that which is boundless? Understand that your mind will continue to tell the story as long as you are paying attention to it, as long as you choose to listen to it. There are new stories, new ways, new words, new technologies emerging. Can you be open, dear ones, in your creative way, in your open and flexible way, to receive, to try, to open, to fail, and to try again? This This is what will guide you to what harmony is for yourself and for the world. Who have you dismissed? Who have you shut the door on? Who have you said you are not worthy? Perhaps yourself, perhaps others. But it is always to yourself. And it keeps you always in yourself, bound to the prison of self. You can experience all and you can be open and willing for something new. This is the practice, dear ones. Trusting in your vessel to guide you. Trusting that what is true for you in this now moment may change tomorrow. Such is the way of the world in these moments. As you learn, as you expand, as you expose yourself, You will learn and grow in ways you cannot yet dream. Where is your willingness? We breathe you into your willingness, dear one. This practice is the way and the what. The question is, are you willing? Hmm, hmm. I want to um, I want to write this down really quick because there was something that was said there. This practice is the way and the what. I want to process that a little bit. Maybe not right this moment, but today's meditation went. It was almost like a call and response, as we were talking earlier about how do we open our vessel? How do we find the willingness to be open, to connect, to feel, to experience when we have, many of us felt very sensitive to the world around us, uncertain, not confident in our capability, and the meditation provided the way today. And I think what's interesting is I will see about um, I think it needs, this particular meditation needs to be called out as a very specific tool for those of you who are feeling sensitive and feeling uncertain. I would love to hear from you as you went through this meditation. Was it helpful? Was it, did anything resonate with you? Because I could feel it. I felt like the question was asked. Maybe I was the one asking the question, so maybe I'm the one who felt the answer. But it just felt like a call and response, like that that of course, right? Let's prove the model. Ask and you shall receive. We asked, how do we do this? How do we do it differently? How do we remain open? And here was the technology to provide that. Um, let's see. Beverly, you said hello from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I love that you always say that. Keep in the light, speak the truth, the God universe truth, not ego thoughts. Be the bright light and love and shine and drive away the darkness, the fear, and the despair. I think it's true, and I think that, um, but the key in that, and I'm going to add to that, is that there's this idea that we can kind of do this spiritual bypass where it's these are that fear and despair are bad and we shouldn't feel them. I would say that that they serve a function, that all of our emotions are part of the divine order of our being, a part of our divine structure. The challenge is that we get stuck. We get stuck in the story that tells us that there's nothing better. We get stuck in the idea that anger is the only way, that all of these things, right? So yes, breathe light. And what I would say is breathe light into the truth of us that we are already divine. That means every emotion that we have is divine. That even means that our responses are divine. It's what we do with it. It's what gets our attention, where we are putting that energy of attention that we have to pay attention to. Oh my goodness. Oh, you guys, this is so good. Aurora, you said right after the message, as I'm walking on my break, I happened to come across a butterfly flitting around and I had to stop a moment and embrace its beauty. I love that. I love that. Yeah, I really think there's an opportunity. I'm going to invite you, if you get some of you are not on my mailing list and not in that, I'm going to invite you today, and all of you can do this whether you're on my mailing list or not. If you go to my website, neaclaire.com, I just posted that. There's a pop-up today, and there's a free gift, which I was doing for a marketing thing, but really you might find this helpful. And the free gift, and this way you get on my notifications, which would be helpful for everybody. You get on my notifications about events and things like that, that and messages that I'll be doing blog posts and things like that. I'm really starting to want to write again. But you'll get this download, which I don't know if I have a copy of it. I don't think I do right here. I think it's 10 pages. It's called 4 Steps to Living Abundantly Now. And it's really interesting as I'm talking today. I'm like, maybe it's because it's top of mind, but I also think it's because they really work. Here are 4 things you can do right here, right now, today to be in the field of possibility, which is the field of abundance. Abundance isn't only about money and stuff. As a matter of fact, that's just such a third dimensional perspective. Abundance is that we have access to everything. Are we engaged in that? And so can we open ourselves up to this field? And when we do this, it's very powerful. So I wanted to share that. So go out and do that. And if you have any questions, if you didn't get information back, let me know if you have any problems with it. I also wanted to tell you guys, the class that I'm doing, I started talking about this. I'm going to be doing a series of 4 classes. I will have the opportunity to sign up for all 4 classes. I was having problems figuring out how to do it. I think I figured it out. All 4 classes, there'll be one a month for the next 4 months. So June, July, August, and September. I think it's roughly the 3rd Saturday of every month, and they're 4 hours. The first one is the 27th of this month. It's called Opening Your Channel. You can take just one, but if you want to take all 4, message me or email me and I'll get you that. Or if you want to try the first class and see what you think, and then maybe sign up for the other 4, I'll still give you the deal on that. The the classes follow the the information provided in this meditation, because the information is both, like, it's multidimensional, right? It's third dimension, where we are opening our vessel, like activating our vessel, getting that we are opening to the field of possibility. We are connecting to all of life, right? We're doing that, and we are breathing with everyone. So that's 4 things. Then we are connecting. We are I can't remember, my mind is, but we're doing all of these multiple layers of things. So this workshop will dive deep into these 4 sections. The first one is really on opening your channel, which will help you if you're opening and wanting to clear and keep your channel clear, whether or not you are doing readings, whether or not you are a healer. How do we do that in this new vibration? So if that is of interest, that class is going to be powerful for you. The next class is going to be your divine blueprint. We're going to be talking about the nature of the human function, and why function is so important right now, and how we awaken to that divine nature and divine order of our beingness, so that we can come to see that uh, that these patterns, these divine patterns, are being shown to us all over, that we can align in a way um, that that is much easier than what we have been told. And then we'll go on from there. But it's 4 classes. So if you find yourself really drawn to this, definitely let me know. And then, of course, next, the Friday the 19th, I'm doing a group reading, group channeled reading. If you are interested in that, information will go out today to sign up. So today I'm posting all sorts of classes. But if you're interested in getting that workbook, go out and get that. And I love you. I hope you have a brilliant day. Stay in the vibration, if you can today, of what we experienced. And if you have any comments or questions, please share. I just want to say, Cindy said, this was helpful because I've been struggling with, I have to be love and light, and yet I'm fired up and angry about stuff too. And I've been pondering how to merge the 2 versions. Cindy, you are not alone. And you don't have to be love and light. Why? So love and light uh, is kind of whitewashing spirituality, right? It's a way of whitewashing everything, make it all feel good, and it's a way of not having to experience what is happening in total. Anger is a part of who we are. Um, Now, if we want to be overcome by anger, that's not going to do us any good. But to feel it and to acknowledge it and to honor our anger, and then the piece is, I'm aware of it. Now what? Where do I want to go with that? And so this is, we are needing to be honest and to honor our experience. The whitewashing, we are seeing the impacts of that on the African American experience in this country. And we are watching what happens, and it creates trauma. Now I want you to think about what happens to human beings who whitewash their emotions in general, because it's happening in layers. What we do on the macro is happening on the micro, right? We can't pull it apart. So if we want something to be different, we also have to be willing to face it and do things differently. And I have to tell you, it is literally changing how I am choosing to work with people and how I am choosing to show up. And I am choosing to show up in a way that is supportive of how I can honor me, honor all of you, and honor all of humanity, that I am doing my best every day.